carnival was busy, crowded with people, colourful stalls and exotic smells. Miki had always liked the winter carnival ever since her grandfather had first taken her when she was 4. She remembered the ghost house and how much it had scared her as a child and laughed. It held no fears for her now. She meant to pass by, but she caught sight of her class teacher. What was he doing here? If she was caught, she'd be in real trouble. What was she going to do? Of course, she jumped the queue and went in before he could see her. It was as she remembered it. So dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. The things brushing across her head, various headless spirits, moans and groans came and went. Miki yawned. Then came the girl. She was only there for a second, but her image burned itself on Miki's eyes. Long, ghostly blue dress, head down and face covered in straight black hair. She passed and the girl looked up, and Miki jumped in shock. She had no mouth and her eyes were fixed on Miki's. The stare lasted for an instant and she was gone. Miki staggered out. She couldn't get the girl out of her head. Those eyes had looked at Miki and recognized her. But worse than that, the girl in there was no mechanical doll. She was real, and Miki knew she was coming after her. She ran, bumping, pushing and shoving her way through the crowd. She tried to get out of the carnival, but she was being pushed back, closer and closer to the ghost house and the girl. Sobbing and shaking, she ducked into a noodle stand and sat down. It was quite dark in the tent, but she could see she was the only customer. She needed to calm down, and she thought, I'm 17 and still getting frightened by ghosts. What would my friends think? Just then, she remembered her phone and took it out to find out where her friends had got to. She opened it, and in the ghostly blue light of the screen, she realized she was no longer alone. Slowly, she turned to the person sitting quietly next to her. She had long black hair hiding her face. Miki could hardly breathe, but in a whisper she asked, "Who are you? What do you want?" There was a long pause, and then slowly, raising her head, the girl said, "I worked here until today. Now it's your turn." Miki screamed, or tried to, but there was no mouth for her to scream with.